If I'd have written my perfect 5-year succession plan for the business, it couldn't have been much better than what we've been through. My name is Calum. I'm a financial planner and a head of office from Fairstone, Kibworth.
I'm David Bolton, a chartered financial planner working at Fairstone, Kibworth.
What appealed to us about Fairstone was their governance, their high focus on compliance, and the fact they were doing really well, and anybody we spoke to about them had a great story in terms of how they found it with them. I think what you've got there is a really strong business with Fairstone with very clear tram lines. You've got great people, so there's one hallmark standout for Fairstone for me is the fact you've got great people. Wherever you go, wherever you look, whether that's head office, you go around the country, you meet people, and there's a common shared values, and that really is what makes it work.
The Downstream buyout model allows you to build your business before it's acquired. So actually it's going to create more deal value at the end of the day. It's a great way to build on what you've got and actually make it bigger and better.
We delivered all of our business objectives over those 3 years. We're now 2 years beyond that, so we're going for the 5th anniversary really. And in some ways nothing's changed, but in some ways everything's changed. But it just feels really good. I mean, selling a business is a massive thing, isn't it? You know, on all fronts. And I think whatever you decide to do, you need to be clear about the decision that you're making. We believed that it was a sustainable deal. It wasn't about, getting the money and then running. The fact that we're 5 years on now from the original deal, I'm 65 in 3 months. So it's like everything in life. It's not the destination, it's the journey. But it's just worked really well. We signed up as an enterprise firm. And then we just started working towards getting the business to look how it should be for sale. And then we sort of went through into the final 2 years where we then structured the business aligned to Fairstone's objectives.
We had a long engagement with Fairstone, and I think we were one of the first firms working with Fairstone. When we did the deal, it was just easy, really easy.
What we found as we went through this whole transition, I think, Dave, is that we just felt like we had a business that got safer and safer, whilst also performing at a higher and higher level. Clients ultimately trust their advisor, and I think when they start to, and that's really what makes it easy initially, but then as they experience the security of working with a bigger organisation and knowing that governance is in the background, you just get this win-win. So what you have is that sweet spot of that personal relationship with the client continuing, but with that extra stability and certainty and consistency in what you deliver.
It's made us better advisors working in the Fairstone group because obviously when you join a new firm, you have your own ideas about compliance and what's right, and you push back a little bit. But actually, we're like, we got better at what we did, and I think that led to greater success in the business. To be fair,
we've got access to specialist paraplanning, which we couldn't have afforded to have at the Fairstone Kibworth office, and therefore, when you have a case that's technically complex and you want to make sure you get it right, it goes through that process, and when it goes out, it's been checked properly. Because it is a hard thing to let go of something that you've nurtured as a family over your lifetime, and it's really personal. So to be able to do that at your pace without being pushed out the door or have a feeling further responsibilities that you don't want pushed on you, I think is really important. So couldn't really be any better. It was a gradual transition. So although there was a transaction in mind, it was a journey that gave time for you to come together, because there's always going to be issues that you need to iron out. By the time you get to deal, you've done that. And so it's not just a transaction.
Other options for selling, I guess there are lots of consolidators in the marketplace. You don't hear great stuff about a lot of them. And to be fair, knowing what I know now, I wouldn't sell to anyone else.